Today, we're going to be looking at the 6 best retro-styled scooters available for 2025. Kickstarting our retro scoots top 6 today is the Royal Alloy TG350. As we're going to reference throughout, this year has seen plenty of engine changes from every manufacturer trying to make their new production bikes Euro 5 Plus friendly. RA was one of those trying to get ahead of the regulations, changing their old 300 model to a new 309cc 28 horsepower liquid-cooled engine, helping to position itself as one of the most powerful scoots listed. Alongside this, you'll find a full-colour TFT display, LED lighting, a handlebar-mounted parking brake, all encased with a steel frame bodywork. As manufacturers such as Vespa and Lambretta move into a far more modern era, something Royal Alloy has done well is cling to the iconic roots and looks without having to skimp on tech. In fact, much of the tech included on the TG350 is seen on all of the Vespas and Lambrettas we mentioned today. For 2025, if you're looking to take a friend, partner or companion on a ride with you, why not invest in the kitted out sidecar built specifically for the TG? We saw this on show at last year's Motorcycle Live and we loved it. Onto the pros, and it has all the Lambretta looks we love, and the gap between Royal Alloy and the likes of Vespa and Lambretta are getting smaller and smaller each year. Onto the cons, and the GP is stated as more powerful, and it is obviously Chinese built, which won't be for everyone. Sliding in at 5th is the brand new for 2025 Royal Alloy GP, SE and MT models. Now, what makes these so different to the previous evolution of GPs, I hear you ask? Well, the new SE and MT see coordinated wheels and forks, a fully stainless steel exhaust system, pinstriped side panels, a TFT colour instrumentation, brushed brake calipers and chrome mirrors, all as standard. Under the seat of the new GP, you'll find a 309cc 28 horsepower liquid-cooled engine. Does that sound familiar? Well, this is also the new engine seen in the new 2025 TG edition as well, which, when you consider the power output, I doubt anyone's going to complain. Onto pricing, and as far as I can see, there have been no official numbers announced as of yet. Though, if I did have to predict, I'd probably say that it will sit around the £5,000 mark. But that's just a blind guess. Onto the pros, and it does have a few more ponies than the Vespas and Lambrettas we mentioned, and it looks great and has plenty of colour options to choose from. Onto the cons, and as we mentioned for the last model, Royal Alloys aren't going to be to everyone's taste, and people do prefer brand reputation over anything else. When the time comes when you need insurance for a new bike, or it is time to renew, make sure to go directly to lexhaminsurance.co.uk, or click the link in the top right hand corner now to get a quote direct with them. They have several exclusive schemes only available at Lexham, so you could save yourself a little bit of money. Back to the show. Onto our number 4 spot, and it's got to be the Vespa GTV 310. But why is it not further up the list, I hear you cry? Well yes, the GTV is essentially the GTS, but with more tweaked, more racier styling. But it's the styling I don't really particularly like about this scooter, and that's why it's staying at number 4. The GTV has seen an update to its engine size, all thanks to the Euro 5 Plus regulations in force for this year. Switching from the old 278cc engine, the brand new 2025 model sports a 310cc HPE 4-stroke engine, popping out 25 horsepower, 1.5 more ponies than the previous model, and 28.9 newton meters of torque. In true Vespa tradition, for tech you will find ABS and ASR traction control, full colour circular LCD display with Bluetooth connectivity, as well as full LED lighting all around. If the GTV has caught your eye from our list today, you'll be pleased to know that for 2025 you will be able to pick yourself up an all-new GTV 310 in 2 different colourway options for the price of £7,065. For pros, it's got a HPE engine and it's a Vespa, and it's basically a GTS and a GTV body, and it is something a little bit different. Onto cons, and the styling won't be for everyone, and it's also a very premium price point. Taking 3rd place spot today is the Lambretta X300 model. The reason why we've placed the X300 so high on our list today really comes down to that tried and tested iconic Lambretta styling with a futuristic twist. This can be seen in the tapered lines and steel bodywork. Lambretta is not just recreating the past, they were inspired to bring their scooters into the modern day. Underneath the framework, you will find a 275cc 4-stroke engine kicking out a rather healthy 25 horsepower and 24 newton meters of torque at 6,250 RPM. No, it's not going to be the most power-first model. However, I'd argue that if you're looking for a retro-inspired scooter, looks are going to take precedent. On to tech, and the X300 features all of the typical standard features, including full all-round LED lighting, an awesome-looking semi-digital display, ABS, and plenty of under-seat storage. Where the X300 does stand out for me in comparison to some of the other siblings is that it's got to be the addition of the keyless ignition. So, if you are interested in picking yourself up a brand new 2025 X300, prices will start at £5,099, also making it a few £100 cheaper than the G250. On to pros, and as we've just mentioned, it is cheaper than the G350, and it's great for those wanting a Lambretta for a cheaper price point. It's also well planted and stable on the roads. On to cons, and there is a lack of storage and it can't really fit a full face helmet inside of it. Just missing out on a top spot today is the all new 5,765 Vespa GTS 310, ready to take 2025 by storm. The previous 300 model was our 2024 list winner. However, it has now been replaced by the upgraded 310cc engine to comply with Euro 5 regulations that have become effective at the end of last year. The GTS features a 25 horsepower 310cc HPE engine. This engine can easily reach speeds of 80 miles per hour, also making it one of the most powerful Vespas in their lineup. This being said, it does lag a little behind some of the other models we featured on this list, which raises the question of why Vespa didn't up the ante with a few more ponies to get itself ahead of the game when it had the chance. This being said, one of my favourite parts about the GTS has got to be the tech. Featuring keyless ignition, USB port, a remote seat opening, as well as ASR traction and ABS braking system, all wrapped up in a stunning glossy steel bodywork. On to pros, and it's got that nippy HPE motor. It's also superb at handling. On to cons, and the price point is still quite high, and the underseat storage again doesn't fit that full face helmet. Rounding off our list today is the top-end premium offering from Lambretta, the G350. Formerly known here at Bike Matters as the king of the large retro scooters, the G350 packs a 25.8 horsepower, 330cc single-cylinder motor, capable of producing 25.5 newton meters of torque and top speeds of up to 80 miles per hour, making it one of the most powerful scooters on the UK market. For tech in 2025, you will get a full TFT display and LED lighting, a comfy tailored seat, a USB charger, double arm link suspension system, and a spacious glove box. The Lambretta logo can also be found engraved on the rubber floor mats, and front and rear lights all as standard, which is a really nice touch. In terms of colourways, it will depend on which model you choose. For the Series 1 model, you can pick up the G350 in 3 different colourways, including red and dark red, white and orange, and black and orange. However, if you opt for the Series 2 newer model, you will be able to decide between a red and white offering, a grey and white and red, and lastly black and white, with the black and white being a personal favourite. On to pros, and it's got to be one of the most comfortable scooters out there on the market right now. It's also got a great responsive ABS braking system, and obvious, it looks 10 out of 10. On to cons, and as expected with a premium brand, also comes the premium price tag. It's also a very new model, so there aren't a lot of reviews out there at the moment, so the reliability is unknown. So there you have it. There are my top 6 picks for 2025. See you in the next one.